Abandoned mines can be categorized in 5 different levels. Level 1 are tourist mines with only a few drifts, while Level 2 might have arrays or a winze, small stopes, and ore chutes. Level 3 will have multiple levels with access via an inclined or vertical shaft, and it may have a laddered winze or ore passes extending from upper levels into ore chutes or muck stations. Even more sketchy, Level 4 will have vertical shafts and steep stopes that can only be accessed by the use of special equipment such as ropes and rigging. Level 5 will have you roping into hundreds if not 1,000-foot shafts that are severely degraded with the real possibility of rocks and debris falling and hitting you during descent. Today on Abandoned and Forgotten Places, I take you into a unique tourist mine. With graffiti dating back to the early 1900s, this mine gives you a sense that it was visited by hundreds of people over the decades. Now, come with me as I try to climb and crawl my way into areas where most tourists dare not go, as we work our way through the drifts and levels of the darn tourist's mine. Well, hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, I think I've got a pretty cool mine for you folks this weekend. I found this one on Google Earth. It has a giant waste rock pile. I believe there's a mill site down in the bottom of the hill down here, and there is just a bunch of wind screaming out of this mine. So let's head on inside and get started. Okay guys, so right here at the portal, you can see where there used to be a door. Now it's laying on the ground, and there was something right off to the right here. They would hang a sign that could be your tag in, tag out location, but it appears to what we have here is a nice big portal. Mr. M and Randy have already stepped up in here. Oh, very nice big mine. Look at the size of this one. Okay, well, let's see what this one's all about. Oh yeah, I think a few people already know about this. 2019, 1995.
You know that carbide lab.
Well, the thing about these tourist mines is the tourists walk up in here and they stay on the primary, but they don't go into the areas that I do, up the ladders. So maybe we can find some cool ladders that go into stopes somewhere further up in here. Now I notice as we're heading in, we are following the hanging wall, a footwall on the left-hand side, but just a bunch of country rock right now. Not seeing any veins or ore bodies. Just a haulage at it. We just passed the 200-foot mark, and I'm walking pretty fast. We're just cruising right up into this mine, and boy does it feel good. It's nice and cool in here. All right, we just passed the 300 mark. We might have our first drift going here. What do we have here? A bag full of plastic? Yep, it looks that way.
Just powder mag.
Yeah, you're right. That's powder storage. Dynamite storage. Okay. Turning around and continuing on. 350. Another drift. Look up in there. Oh yeah, and it had you can see where they had cross ties on the floor. So we'll come back and revisit that on the way out. As always, for right now, I'll just stay on the primary. All right. Lots of graffiti through here. There is a date high up there that says December 31st, 1937. Yep. Bunch more graffiti there, 1965. All right, let's look around the corner here. Yeah, big drift going off that direction with a whole bunch of graffiti on the wall. Well, let's see what we have. I know you guys like to read the graffiti, especially the older stuff. There's some from 1927.
Here's some more from 27.
27, okay, there's more from 27 over there. Off to my left here. That might be 19, does that look like 1912? No, can't. Yeah, that's more 27.
That's
27.
beginning of a 2. There's your 20. Now the 27.
More 27. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, before we go down this big drift, let's just stay on the primary. We'll come back and revisit this. We are 475 feet in with another drift going off that direction again. We'll revisit it, but for now, let's stay here on the primary. What's this? What's left of some sort of a cabinet? Yeah, that's all that was. Some explorers from the early 90s were in here. And it goes up and stops with somebody poking beer bottles into the drill holes. Right there. That is what that is, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bud Light.
Bud Light. Girl beer. Okay, I'm going to work my way back to the next drift, and we're just going to keep exploring these as we work our way back to the portal. Okay, a moment ago we were just right up there. We've got a drift off to the right. Let's do this one next. Now it's starting to smell. Now you can smell that sulfur. Again, going through a bunch of porphyry material and a whole lot of rhyolite too. Okay, what do we have up in here? Well, okay, I'll bet we... All right. Yeah, this is just a raise above my head and stops right there. So we had people up in here picking, dropping this material down, but it keeps on going. Let's see if it keeps going a little bit further. Does it go around the corner? Let's hope so. Little thing that way, and no. Goes up here and stops. Elaine, August 20 of 1955, Elaine Raymer was in here. See, here's a good example of just how flaky that material can be. Let me show you. See, see how it's just peeling away from the ribs there? That's what you have to watch out for. Okay, back to the crossroads back there. and we're going to go down that other big drift. Okay guys, so we went up the primary. We just came from that direction there. Now we're going to go back left where all of the graffiti was and follow Mr. M down this big drift going this direction. We can feel a bunch of nice cool air blasting into our faces.
Right.
This is so much nicer than that 90-something degrees outside. What'd you find there?
Insulators for power.
Insulator, yep. Okay. Small drift going off to the left. I guess we can just poke up in here real quick because it doesn't look like it's going to do anything. And there is no artifacts. All right, turning back around. What did that say behind you there, Mr. M?
Brock, 89.
89? Boy. Okay, so some of you guys have asked me, you know, because I grade mines on the scale from 1 to 5, okay? With 5 being the most technical. And those are the kinds of mines that you see Canada Frank go into with ropes and rigging. This mine here is a level 1. This is a classic level 1 tourist mine that has received a lot of visitors over the years. Now if we can find a stope or something to get up into that most people you know, wouldn't do, then maybe we can jump this thing up to a level 3, but for right now this is just a classic tourist mine. Wood scraps and shims. Okay. And that's why I'm just kind of traveling through it really, really fast. Because unfortunately, you know, if there ever was any artifacts, they're long gone. Down on the floor, as we're moving along here, you can see where all the cross ties used to be. They pulled them up and took them, and oh, back up guys, back up, I gotta show you something. Sorry, I found something interesting here. Here's an old, there's an old Michael Jackson Pepsi can. We're definitely in the 80s there, aren't we? There you go, Mr. M. Are you wearing your sparkly glove, Mr. M?
I'm a big fan.
Oh, okay. Lots of modern graffiti, but the wind still keeps blowing in our faces. All right, first ore chute. And it does go, let's go around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's look up there first. Yeah, see how they were dropping that down, and oh, this is neat. Look here. They used trees from the area. It still has the bark on it. Okay, now this is getting to be a little more interesting. Yeah, that looks really creepy with all the bark and hanging down. Look at that.
That was the code back in the day.
Is that OSHA approved?
I'll tell you this, that this is all loaded up with material.
Yeah, let's get a better angle and show everybody that.
It's all gobbed up with material up there, and it's breaking.
Sure is. So somewhere above us, up a ladder or whatever, we've got a big false floor.
Ooh, dynamite boxes up here.
Oh yeah, some splinters are
All of them.
hiding up in there. All right, another chute. That's a good sign. So hopefully we can get up into these stopes, but let's keep on going. Aha, our first ladder. And is it going to be something we can access? Oh, quite possibly. Yeah. Very nice. Okay.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's keep that on the menu. That looks pretty interesting. All right. Let's keep going down this way. See what we can find. This is really neat. I like the looks of all of this old. Oh, we've got another ladder going up here. Oh yeah, again, something we may have to come back and explore. All right. Oh, it's getting sketchier. Here's a part that came down. Yikes. I want to touch that. Okay. And is this another? Nope, that's not a way up, but okay. Wow, look at the size of this place. Mr. M, head on up in there. I want everybody to see just how big this this added area is. Oh, you're behind me there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and go in front of me so people can get an idea of the size of this place. Now don't be walking like you're 6 years old now. Oh, off to my left. Look here. We have a love note. Possibly, can you read that? Is that Donald? Mm-hmm. Donald J. 1954. Okay.
Could have been my folks.
Oh yeah? All right. Well, here's an area where they threw a bunch of waste rock and another date of 1945 off to the left. Wow, just all kinds of graffiti in this mine. Look at here. 1951. Tony was in here in September of 51. Okay. And that's going to be it right there. Okay, so I'm going to head on back to where we started going down this drift with all of the old trees and such. And I think we're going to go down the right-hand side next before we start exploring these ladders. So I'll see you back there. All right, guys, so a moment ago, we came from that direction, okay? And that's the direction towards all of the old timbers. Now we're gonna work our way to the right and see what's up here. So I've only been in this mine now for 10 or 20 minutes and I can already tell what they're doing. The vein, how they're removing the ore body above my head here, because all the ladders are consistent and staying right along this plane. What's up in there? Oh, more bags of plastic and looks like a kerosene tin up in there with a bunch of pieces of old lumber. Off here to my left, which somebody is calling the bus stop. More lumber. And the reason that the miners set all that stuff aside is because up in the stopes above me, they're using it as shims for the stalls. Ooh, that's a beautiful looking ladder there. Yeah, we're gonna have to explore that. All right. But let's stay on this drift first. Big ore chute. See how they They timbered that along the side of the ore chute to funnel all the rocks down to this point. A lot of lumber. Okay, we'll keep following Mr. M here. And he'll be our tour guide in this tourist mine. Oh, there's some sulfur. Yeah. What do we have? A winds?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Mr. M's doing the chicken walk on the false floor here. Let me see. Whoa! Let me see if I can do that too. Well, I got this dumb backpack on. I can't quite do it as elegantly as you did it.
You always have something to blame it on, Gly.
I know. Oh, see, now this is why they don't want people in abandoned mines. Imagine falling, getting too close to this edge, you know, you're not paying attention. And then you skewer yourself on that pipe right there and turn yourself into a human shish kebab. Now, Mr. M, look at what we have.
Uh-huh.
Do you see that?
Uh-huh.
Let's see if I can give everybody a closer look. All right, guys, this is just a Jim Dandy of an example.
It's a false floor.
A false floor right there. You can see the timbers. Let me turn my laser on. I'll point everything out to you. Okay, so what they did right there is they stretched timbers across from the foot wall to the hanging wall. Okay, and then over the years, there's been a layer of buildup material that is built up on top of those timbers, but if you notice, it looks just like floor. Okay, it looks just like the floor of the adit. Let me give you a better look. See that? Totally disguised. You would never know that that's a false floor underneath you. Now what I'm going to do here is stay hard left. I don't want to fall through that because I want to see what's up in here. Yeah, you would never know that that was there. Okay, we've got this area did collapse, and that's the end. Okay, turning back around, I'm going to take you with me as I go back across the false floor. Yeah, that's a...
Look at the size of these timbers across here.
That one's at least 20 inches in diameter.
I know, it's crazy.
Right there. Okay, I'm going to stay off to the right. Now it looks like what happened is you can see cross tie marks. There's one there, there, there. That false floor at one time did extend through this location, and it's all fallen down into that hole. Ooh, boy, that is really dangerous. Boy, what do we have up in here? Not much.
Nice little shelf.
Somebody built a nice little shelf, and that's about it. Okay, higher up. I'm just panning around this room and show you everything. What does that say there? Bell spring. Pull on that, Mr. M. Oh, the bell's gone. Okay, so
That is it, though.
it looks like, yeah, it was a shaft at some time. All right, well, we've got some decisions to make on which ladder I'm going to head on up so I can get into these stopes and we can start poking around. So I'm going to head back to one of the ladders on this drift. Okay, I didn't walk too much further from that nasty false floor. Came back here to the first ladder on this drift. We're going to go up this one first. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pass the camera off to Mr. M because I need to find how I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do this here. I can find a handhold. Nope, not there. Let's see here. Oh boy.
You're crazy, Gly.
Yeah. All right. Let's take everybody up here with me and see what we can see. Well, you know, the old saying, what's the worst that could happen? Okay, let's get up to this first terrace. See what's going on up here. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this holding on to a camera, guys. So just for a moment, I have to set that down. So I can get over to this terrace. There we go. Okay. There. Now we can work our way higher into this stope. I think we're coming into a drift. I think we got a drift down up here, guys. Yeah. We sure do. Hey, Mr. M?
Yeah.
There's a board here that's wanting to come down, so watch out in case I kick it on you. Okay. All right. Now, once again, there's no way I can hold on to the camera. I gotta temporarily set it down until I can figure out how to get up here. Holy crap. Oh geez. All right, gonna move the camera one more time to another spot, just until I can get my footing. There we go. Okay, here's what we've got. The drift keeps going that way, but looking back around, this is the direction that I really want to go, because this is the way over to that pit with the false floor. Hey, Mr. M? Mr. M, can you hear me? Nope. I'm too high up in here. Now, what I was going to do is tell him that I'm headed over to the area that had that big hole in false floor. I'm going that direction in the mine right now. Okay. Oh boy, that's sketchy. I don't know if I'm on false floor or not. All right, let's get off of that. What do we have here? Yeah, see? Just as I suspected. I'll show it to you. This is the area
Looking down now onto that big cavern and the false floor area. We've got a ladder going up, straight up a vertical shaft. And the only way that I can get over there is to walk across that old plank. And then it's gonna put me on ladders as it's gonna go vertical. There's just no way. No, I can't do that. Not without rope assist from the top down. That's just too dangerous. Not without gear. All right. But we can't go this direction. Now the reason I don't do a vertical wooden ladder without rope is because, you know, if a rung breaks, there's nothing to catch you. It's not like you're going up ladders with terraces. If you do fall, you'll end up on a terrace. But in that situation, you're gonna fall to your death. All right. Now what I wanna do is crawl back across these logs because I wanna get over here. And we'll see if this goes any direction. Oh. Yeah, it stinks like sulfur up in here, just terrible. Through this section. There we go. Okay guys, before I go any further, I really need to take a moment, just catch my breath. I'll be right back. All right, I feel much better now. Get this board out of my way. There we go. Okay. Now, let me show you some of the geology up in here and why they decided to go this direction. Now, you see that? You see that quartz vein right there? So here's what we have. Off to my left, all of that material here is rhyolite, andesite, lots of porphyry material. And then coming up through that, you see all of these quartz stringers working their way through. That's why they're going this direction, because they're extracting that quartz. Now, it can be refined even further than that. What I'm trying to say is, when you're looking at that structure, this is going to be the point where the gold is going to be. So let me try to get my finger on it here. So right along this edge where the quartz is meeting that edge there, and right here along this edge, those are concentration points. Here's another fine example right there. So if you're in a mine like this and you want to take a sample, you want to sample about 2 inches through that section right here, or through this section right there. But these miners, what they were doing is taking the whole darn thing out of the mine. All right. What do we have down in here? Nothing. That's as far as it goes. So, you know what that means, guys. I'm gonna have to go back down those crazy ladders. So, all right, I'm gonna head back over there. Okay, guys. I'm headed back down these crazy ladders here. Yeah. Oh boy. Yikes. Okay, if I step out on that, the goal is to shoot. Oh crap. I can't. Boy, oh boy, I don't want to fall and snag my ass on this hanging nail here.
You need help?
Let's see here. Oops, okay. All right, let's see if I can keep doing this. Coming on down here. I'm almost to the bottom. All right, is anybody to a point where I can hand you the camera?
Yeah.
Here you go.
One's busted down here.
Okay, it's still rolling, so
All right.
just keep pointing it at me. So if I biff it, everybody will laugh and say, "See, I told you so." Okay. Well, let's see if we can step on that one, okay? Right. That one's kind of busted. Let's step there. And there we go.
Made that look easy, Gly.
All right, just like that. Let's see if we can find some more cool stuff in this mine. Okay, so I brought you guys back over here on that timbered section with all the logs and the dangling bark hanging off of them. That's where we're at now. This is the first ladder into that section, and this is the next area that I want to go take a look at. The problem is that upper ladder right there goes almost vertical, so well, we're just going to have to get up there, give it a shake, and if I fall, then we know that it's no good, but if it stays in place, then it's going to be all right.
I'll break your fall, Gly.
Okay, yeah, you guys stand at the bottom, so
Unfortunately, you got somebody with YouTube experience that can get the footage up on the internet right away.
sure. Okay. Very nice. Oh, okay. All right, guys. That's where we're going, and as you can see, there's going to be some sort of maybe a drift right up here. Wow, it's just really nasty and dusty through here. But I'll be quite honest with you, these ladders do look better than the last set. I've got some rocks up here that may come down, so watch out. Okay. All right, what do we have up here? Well, let's look off that direction. Okay, so the hard part here, yeah, I got to get to that plank. Oh boy. Let's see, so I got to find a place to just temporarily set the camera down, folks. Maybe like right there until I can get up on top of this plank. That's looking better. If I get my knee over here. Okay. Set the camera down just for a second until I can there, climb up into this section. All right. Whew. Perfect. All right, let's see what we have up in here. So this direction is heading, we are on top of all of that lumber and those boards down at the main drift is where I'm standing here. What do we have? This is a, yeah, that's an ore, that's the top of an ore chute right there. And it does go a little bit more that direction, but I cannot get over there. Hey guys, I see you.
Oh.
There you are. You can see their lights right down there. Hey, how's it going?
Nice.
I'm gonna jump, do a 1, 2, and 3, and you catch me, okay?
All righty, come to Papa.
Oh, okay. All right. Now up here, again, see the vein that they were following right there, along that margin. Okay. All right, now let's turn around and get on the other side of the ladders where I came up. And see if I can safely work my way across all this debris. Well, that ain't no good. All right. If I stand, is that gonna hold my weight? Ooh. Oh boy. Okay. Let's move that board out of my way, because I want my weight on this big log there. I know that big log ain't gonna break. All right, there we go. Now let's see what we have up in here, shall we? Oh, I think I know where we are. This is going to take us to the other side of that vertical shaft. Nope, maybe not. No, this is another ore chute right there. Okay, again, it is hot in here and dusty. I'm gonna take a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, back again. That was nice. Rested for a moment, took a drink of water. What I want to try to do next is we're standing on the top of an ore chute here, but I think I can step up. Yeah, look at. See the ladders down there? Right there. I think, if I'm real careful, I stay along this left-hand side. We can skirt the ore chute. There. Yep. Oh. And we get up into here. All right. Okay, now, yep, kicking a bunch of material down the ore chutes. You can only imagine what that sounds like for Mr. M. Oh, and this is gonna just head right on over to that vertical shaft. Ooh, do I dare climb down there and get close to that edge? Well, what's the spirit of exploration if you don't go into places where everybody else was afraid to go, right? Okay, yeah, that's what it is. That's that vertical shaft. We're just higher up on it. Okay, once again, I have no choice but to go back down those ladders the same way I got up in here. So I'll see you over there. Okay, guys. Back down the crazy ladders again. Let's see if we can safely do this, huh? Yikes. I definitely don't want to be putting 1 foot or 2 feet on one rung. That ain't good. There we go. Okay. Now, we got Mr. M down there. Well, we sure as heck don't need the camera in that mode. So, there you go. There you go, and we're still recording. Boy, is it. Whew. Is it ever dusty down in there? Holy cow, I'm just
Sweating like a stuck pig.
I am. Look at this. I'm like a Maui waterfall, for crying out loud. Okay, guys. All joking aside, what we've got here is they're only working these stopes up maybe 50 to 80 feet, and then they're running them across. So what I just got done showing you over the last two ladders is probably going to be real close to the same thing if we kept working the ladders all the way up this drift. So I think what I'd like to do now is head outside and see if we can get a closer look at that mill site further on down the hill. So let's head over there.
Now, most of these mill sites were salvaged prior to World War II, but on this one you can still see the concrete pylons that were used to hold up the stamps. I'm guessing that there was probably 20 to 25 stamps at this mill site that were used for crushing up ore. Then down in the bottom there you can see some fine tailings that rolled off the end of the shaker tables. Now, I didn't find any leach tanks at this mill site, so my best guess is that this was entirely gold recovery via gravity separation. Now here, as we move in on Mr. M's Jeep, his is a little bit more modified than mine, and it's always a lot of fun to be a passenger as we explore these really remote locations. Okay, guys, once again, I just wanted to thank you for coming along today. This was a classic tourist mine, and like I said a few weeks ago, I'm working my way up to the next big location for you. But there's a few things that I have to put together gear-wise before I can drop you and myself down into that 600-foot shaft. So with that, I thank you for coming along, and I'll see you again next Saturday. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.